Welcome to IMG. My name is Manny Iglesias. Folks, what an interesting situation overall when we look at the markets. We have the stock market setting record highs every other day. We have the gold market setting record highs. We're already accustomed to that. It's been months of record highs almost every other day. But there's something underneath that we need to discuss. In both marketplaces, whether it be the stock market or whether it be the metals markets, when investors get highly excited, investors tend to do things they normally would not do. In other words, because they have the fear of missing out, they overextend themselves. So in the stock market, there's approximately $1 trillion in margin positions. In other words, almost $1 trillion in positions that are highly exposed and that are not paid for. Which means that whenever the day comes, and I have no idea, it could be around the corner, it could be some time away, but the day will come where the market significantly corrects. Now these people have a liability and they have an obligation to come up with X amount of funds immediately to be able to hold those positions. And then this creates a spiral, a downward spiral, because many people, many investors will simply not pay those extra funds to be able to hold their positions. So this creates a further down spiral in the market. This identical situation is occurring in the gold market, where you have a tremendous amount of investors that are highly leveraged, depending on which vehicle and how they're investing, but they're highly leveraged. So on any significant market correction, on a market that has basically been for months and months and months on a straight parabolic vertical climb, when that market corrects, you're going to have that extra layer of investors who unfortunately did nothing to protect themselves correctly, did nothing intelligently, because they thought the market would just continue to rise and rise without no type of market correction. I don't know how you arrive at that conclusion, but that's the case. So these people are also on highly margined positions. And when they have to exit because they don't have the resources, or they simply don't wish to pay what they're required to pay, because all of a sudden now they're extremely negative when they were beyond ridiculous on how excited they were a couple of days before. And what's going to occur is, again, a further down spiral in the marketplace. Do not put yourself in these positions. Enjoy markets like this. You know how you enjoy a market like this? By being prepared, by doing things correctly and having a strategy in place. That's how you enjoy, how you profit, and how you protect your overall account for whatever it is that you're going to do in the marketplace in the future. Be prepared, manage your funds correctly, and for any further assistance, contact IMG. I wish you all the very best, and we'll be in touch. All the very best to all of you.